Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, She Plans, She Budgets. In today's video, we'll be closing out the month of November, so let's get started. Alright, so at the top here I have my expense tracker legend. Here are the various colors I use for each category, and as you can see I have the entire month filled out. I did skip my weekly check-in number 4, which would have been from the 24th through the 30th. So just to go over the last week really quickly, I had a no spend on the 24th and the 29th. On the 25th, I spent $19.43 at Wawa. On the 26th, I purchased some stickers from Erica Life Vlogs, and that was to get her January budget kit, and it was on sale for Black Friday. So I definitely wanted to take advantage of the sale. And then I also made a really nice debt snowball payment from paycheck number 2 because it came a day early, and it was for $1,085.92, and that went towards my Great Lakes loan number 2. Moving on to the 27th, which was my birthday. I'm officially a grown-ass woman at 30 years old. So I purchased some cash envelopes from a new to me Etsy shop called Oh My Pies, and I will have that shop probably flash on the screen or something, and I will link it after I receive the envelopes. And she also had a Black Friday sale for $15.78. It's for a set of 4 envelopes. I was introduced to that shop from the Organized Millennial because she uses that shop for her cash envelopes, and I thought they were super duper cute, so I just grabbed a few for my own. I just grabbed a few for myself and I will show you those once they arrive. I had my utilities bill come out. It actually came out on the 24th, but the sticker, I couldn't pull it back up. That was $184. Then on the 28th, I made a $25 donation to the Black Lives Matter movement through the Grassroots Project. I also purchased some hair care from my sinking funds from self-care, $50, and then the rest went onto my debit card for $23.71 out of personal spending. And then last transaction was on the 30th. So as I've been mentioning throughout the month of November, I've been having a hard time getting my hands on a PlayStation 5 because that is what my boyfriend wanted for his birthday that just passed. So I had saved up $600 for him, but since I had no luck with finding it, he actually decided that he wants to put that money towards something else, and he wants to start a self-investment sinking fund. So I do have him involved in doing his own budget, having cash envelopes and sinking funds. So he actually put this $600 into his self-investment sinking fund. So it's been considered spent from my budget, but it was added to, his sinking fund. So that's what happened with that. No more PS5, and I'm actually happy because I was having a hard time finding it, and I'm so glad to be let off the hook. So that's how week number 4 went. Now going to the budget. Okay, so we just need to first calculate my total income for the month, and that would be pulled from paychecks 1 and 2. So for paycheck 1, I have my calculator here, I have it on the side. For paycheck 1, I had brought in $21.59 with 17 cents. Paycheck 2, I brought home $21.59 with 18 cents. All right, and then these totals for actuals were already listed down in the monthly view right here. So my total income for the month was, and I'm gonna have to write next to these discs, was $4,318 with 35 cents. And then adding this $7.90 because that was rolled over from October to add towards my debt payment. That brings the total to work with for the month, $4,326 and 25 cents. And this is really messing up. So let me just pull this out. 25 cents. Okay. All right, so let me write that down here. 432625. Okay, so all of my actual bills are listed right here, including my unbudgeted expense. So that is $637 with 50 cents for my mortgage, my portion, plus $110.76 for my cable and Wi-Fi bill. It was up by a penny. Plus my cell phone bill at $75. My water bill was under at $175.71. My utilities was the same at $184, and then adding on the unbudgeted of $137.20 gives me a total bills and expenses of $1,320.17. So it was higher than I expected. All right, and now for cash and savings. My cash envelopes, instead of stuffing $570, I stuffed $600. And then for sinking funds, instead of stuffing $552, I stuffed $522. So it was like an even exchange there. And then for personal, I gave myself $375 because on the, I think it was the 20th, I made an extra debt snowball payment of $125, and that came from personal spending. So that's 600 plus 522 plus 375 equals $1,497 is what was spent from this section. So $1,497. All right, so doing that final math, so my total expenses, well, not my total expenses, because I will go over that in just a second. So taking my total income, $4326.25 minus $1320.17 minus $1497 left me with a debt snowball payment of $1,509.08. And I was so incredibly happy about that because, as you can see, my expected was $1,454.75. So I knew I needed to make at least $1,500 payment to reach my goal of paying this loan off by the end of December. So I achieved that goal, thankfully. All right, so I'm going to write that down for here now to my debt tracker. Great Lakes loan number 2, that starting balance was $3,364.26, and I paid $1,509 with 8 cents, and all other loans received nothing. And this and these loans are all with Great Lakes, so they fall under the CARES Act, which ends in December. All right, so taking what I paid for the month, subtracting that from what I started with for the month for Great Lakes loan number 2, that balance is now $1,855.18, and that's exactly how much I'll need for the month of December in order to pay it off. So this goal of $1,500 is not enough if I want to pay it off in December. So I will have to bump it up to $1,855.18 to pay it off in December. All right, so moving on to my savings tracker. Okay, I started the month off with $4,249, and then my boyfriend added $151 because I would like to get this number back to $5,000 because this is my emergency fund plus a debt savings. And what that means is My debt savings is the money that I would have put towards debt had it not been for the pandemic. But because of the pandemic, I decided to hold on to this money just so that my emergency fund is a little bit bigger if I should need to use it. And I have used it throughout this year, which is why it's under $5,000 currently. So I'm trying to put it back to where it once was. Okay, so quickly, I just want to go to the back of my planner in the debt section because I do want to just fill in my trackers. So these are the ones that's completed. And then this is the debt-free countdown. This is for my last set of student loans that's with Great Lakes. And I do have individual trackers back here. We'll get to that in a second. All right, so as we just seen, I did start November with a total debt amount of $27,249.80. And because I paid off $1,509.08, means my new remaining overall debt balance is $25,740.72, which means I can color in both the 27,000 block as well as the 26, because now I'm here. So I'll go ahead and do that and be right back. All right, so that is that. Now I am here. So moving on to the individual trackers for my Great Lakes loans. So I'm currently working on loan number 2. And that starting balance was $4,789.76 and is currently at $1,855.18, which means I paid off $29.34.58, and dividing that by my square amount of $250 means I should have 11 full squares colored in. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I can color in 6 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so I just have this much left to go, and hopefully that will be completed in December. Moving on. So my next tracker is the overall debt tracker for all of my debt. Now we just want to calculate how much of my overall debt is paid off. So again, as we mentioned, I started the month of November off with $27,249.80, paying off the $1,509 with 8 cents. Brings my overall total down to $25,740 with 72 cents. Dividing that by my starting amount of $74,025 with 29 cents means I paid off, subtracting that by 1, I paid off a little over 65% of my overall debt. So this was at 63, so I can color up until 65. So that is a 2% jump for 1 month, which is really, really awesome. 2% jump. And then I'm only 1% away from reaching the next milestone of being 2/3 of the way complete. All right. And in case anyone's wondering about my other trackers, I do talk about this section a little more in depth in my 2021 budget planner lineup video, and I will have that link down below if anyone is interested. But for right now, I'm just going to go back to the month of November. All right, so we basically closed this out. So just to go over my expenses from the weekly check-in, this was just to go over the results. So for the whole month, I spent a lot of money. So basically, this is the total of not only what I added for the month of November, but also what I carried over from the month of October. So with everything factored in, I spent these amounts for the whole month of November, and my total spent, including bills as well, was $5,459.72. A big chunk of that was for my sinking funds because that's obviously more than what I brought home for the month. So a big chunk of that was for my sinking funds that was previously saved from old paychecks. But I spent a lot of money this month, over $5,400. But right now we can verify my cash envelopes. So for gas, I'm supposed to have $60. I hold my cash envelopes and sinking funds in this mini happy planner. So and my cash envelopes are from Mojo Cuts on Etsy, and I will have her shop link down below. So just to go over this quickly, gas should have 60, and I have 20, 40, 50, 60. So that's there. Groceries is supposed to have $20. And it does. I have the 20. Laundry is supposed to have 10, but is currently at 0 because I did some spending on the first day of December. And then personal was $145.45 at the end of November. Is also different. I don't have cash envelopes for that. That money stays in my bank account. But I also did, some spending in the first week of December, and you will see that in my first weekly check-in for December. So moving on to sinking funds, I should have a total of $1,636, and self-care will be the first sinking fund. And let me just go ahead over to the sinking funds page. So as you can see, I did the total calculations from all of my transactions on what I spent from each category and what I should have remaining in each category. So for self-care, I should have 0, and I do. Pets should have $37, 20, 30, 35, 36, 37. Okay, and then next is car maintenance. And I should have $255. 100, 150, 200, 250, 255. Okay, next for gifts, I should have $56. 20, 40, 50, 55, 56. Vet and grooming should have $111. So 50, 70, 90, 100, 105, 110, 111. Okay, vacation is at 0, and I won't be restuffing this envelope for a while, so I'm going to move it towards the back. My birthday fund is currently at, it should be $350, 100, 200, 300, 350. Since my birthday passed, I'm not going to be stuffing this envelope anymore until next year. So I'm going to move this envelope towards the back as well because I don't know if I'm going to track it in December. I most likely won't. And just whenever I spend it, I will update you guys, but I don't think I'm going to track it in December. And I would like to use this money for a new iPhone, but just depending on how this month goes, I might change it to a laptop. I don't know. It's a lot of things that I want. I plan on financing the phone and then just paying off half of it, but I might just finance the whole thing and just pay it off as I go. And then when I get a chance to pay it off in total, I'll do that as well. So I'm gonna move that to the back. Next is Babe's birthday, and we see it's currently 0, and it's for real 0 at this time. So I'm going to move that to the back. I won't start stuffing that again until next year. Christmas is supposed to have $600. I did move this money into my bank account, so that's why it's currently empty. And then home projects is empty, so there's nothing there. And then lastly, for my savings, which is my car insurance and money to file my taxes for my tax preparer, should have $227. So 150, 200, 220, 225, 26, 27. So that is all there. Okay, so then for my debt snowball, I will be stuffing this if there's anything left over before my first paycheck in December, which comes on the 11th. So if I have money left over in my cash envelopes, which would be gas or groceries that currently has money because laundry is empty. If I have money left over in gas or groceries, I'll put it here and it will be part of my first debt snowball payment for the month of December. And then these envelopes are currently not in use, and that's where I'll stick these. Okay, so for a quick budget recap, as I said, this month was extremely expensive. I spent over $5,400 just this month alone, and that included my unbudgeted expense that took place on the 13th for $137.20. The good news is that, of course, all of my bills were paid, so, you know, there's no issues there. I had a total of 9 no spend days based on those stickers. And then lastly, the biggest achievement was to have 3 debt payments where I was able to put my goal of $1,500 towards Great Lakes loan number 2. So the first payment was $298.16 on the 17th, $125 on the 20th, and then the big payment on the 26th for $1,085.92. So overall, I'm really happy that I was able to achieve my goals, have some no spend days. I actually have one more day bigger than October. I'm happy all of my bills were paid. I'm a little sad that I spent so much money this month, but at least my unbudgeted wasn't like extreme. Everything had, you know, was budgeted out for, you know, obviously for bills. Most of the money that came from my sinking funds, and then cash envelopes, personal spending, you know, things like that. So I didn't do horrible. It's just when you add it all up, it just looks bad, but you know, everything served its purpose. So that's how the month of November went for me. Hopefully hopefully December is better and a little cheaper, although, you know, it's the holiday time, Christmas, New Year's, you know. Hopefully things go as planned. And if you haven't seen my Christmas budget already, feel free to check that out. I will have that link down below as well. But that is basically everything. So I just want to thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!